Yeah, and it all depends, like, if our current phones can be used in that system, or if we have to get new phones with that. I mean, they're VoIP phones, so
Right.
I would imagine they'll be compatible. But yeah, I mean, we got one quote for a cloud-based system, and it ended up being almost twice as much as the on-site PBX system. So I don't know if there's other options out there that are cheaper. Maybe they just didn't bid on it. But yeah, we'll see.
Got it. Okay, thank you. Anything else? Question, Luke? Come on, we got him here.
I was just curious, that number increase, was that for, what was it, zip?
So that would be all of the traffic through the internet instead of log line that they're currently using.
Phone company uses their own language.
Yeah.
All right. Mike, did you have anything else?
That's it for me.
New business. Late sign up.
Yeah, so this evening, to talk about potentially what we've done in front to or late bus sign up. So I'm going to let Tim kind of talk about that a little bit, but want to talk about basically scheduling late bus run, make sure we're utilizing those services efficiently.
Absolutely.
Thanks. So basically, over in Freedom, we decided that it was best to have the students sign up both at the middle school and high school, just to help with utilizing the bus properly. We would often send the bus up there for nobody. So it would wait for the designated departure time, come back empty. So we're tracking the numbers. September was our highest numbers as far as ridership, but there are definitely days that we send the bus up there and nobody rides. The way that the sign up works as far as Freedom goes, the parents go in on a daily basis, or students, either one, goes in and simply puts their name on the list, and we send the bus.
So is it electronic? You say it's electronic.
Yep. And actually it's worked out well on the few occasions we've actually had to cancel the load, whether the case may be, we've been able to go right in and notify them that the bus isn't coming, take the regular bus. So it's worked out well. So basically I'm looking to do the same thing for Madison, so that we're again not seeing the bus up for empty rides. And it's worked out well. Initially at first we had a few parents with pushback that it's going to be too much of a headache as far as doing the sign up. But it really is just like clockwork. Actually, most of the parents are on, or students are on first thing in the morning. They know they're going to need it, and they sign up. So,
is there a cutoff time?
There is a cutoff time. Noon is the cutoff, which the good thing with the sign up is we see the time that it comes in. So obviously, if we're already sending the bus, there is that flexibility.
Right, of course.
Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
And the drivers, they're already programmed with going.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of, at the end of the day, we tell them, you don't have to go.
Right, right. Makes
so
sense.
It's a pleasant size when you don't have to go for an empty
Right.
bus. So that's all we're looking to do, is just kind of initiate that sign up. The way we have it is through the website for Freedom School District, which I would think that we could do it the same. Just log in through the website to utilize the sign up if you choose to go that way. You guys.
I have no problem adding a level of responsibility to the student and families.
Yep. Is there is it done, just redo it through their website, Luke? Or?
It's through Google Forms, so it's free.
Easy enough for us to get added, Heather, Luke, to deal with our website.
Yeah. And certainly we would, not look to initiate it like tomorrow. We'd give plenty of
Today.
notice to the parents.
Right. Give them a cutoff date that says, as of this date, we're going to start
Yeah.
working it that way.
Yeah,
So
I think it makes sense.
I do too. Would you like, I'll take that as a motion to go to sign up for late buses. Motion by Jeremy, second by Ed. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Carries.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Tim.
And then, other new business, two things. We have not voted yet officially to send Conway a letter that we are looking to get out of the current contract and renegotiate for a new contract. So I would like to at least have a motion to do that and order any discussion that would ensue with it. Any thoughts?
I think it's important.
Okay. So I will-
The sooner the better. We need to,
Yep, notify him. I know
Yeah.
Bartlett's already notified.
right.
So I will take a
And
motion.
especially since we know that we are.
We want to negotiate.
Exactly.
So I will take a motion to notify Conway of our intent to not renew the current contract for the middle and high school contracts.
Right.
Motion by Jeremy, second by Sarah. All in favor?
Yep.
Carries. If you can get that drafted for me, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Thank you. The other is the Madison Corner Schoolhouse article on the warrant. We met, currently reads, I'll get to this book. Currently reads the way we have it set forth. To see if the Madison School District will vote to establish the Madison Corner Schoolhouse Capital Reserve. I'm in the book for tonight's meeting. Capital Reserve Fund to raise and appropriate the sum of $50,000 to be placed in this fund, further to name the Madison School Board of Regents to expend the fund. We had a lot of discussion based on the information that we got from Sean Bergeron. If it were to need to be just demolished, it was less than the $100,000, it was more like $50,000. And wanting to give more direction to the article. So this is what the committee had come up with to bring to the board. If the board approves it, I'll talk to Mr. the moderator before we start, and we can amend the before it goes to the floor. And it would be to see if the Madison School District will vote to establish the Madison Corner Schoolhouse Capital Reserve Fund and raise and appropriate. I think now we should cut it down to $25,000, and the committee was okay with that, to be placed in this fund. Funds towards the abatement of lead and towards either restoration of the building or its demolition as determined by the town. Further name the Madison School Board to expand said fund. So it was basically changing the money from 50 to 25, and then adding funds will be used towards the abatement of lead and towards either the restoration of the building or its demolition. So it gave directions to where the funds were being used. Any thoughts on?
Fine, yeah.
So I'll take a motion to approve. Motion by Sarah, second by Jeremy. Any other discussion? All in favor? Carries. All right. Back to the meeting. Stuff for that one. There we go. All right. Second reading and adoption of policy IHBAB and JIH. Policy committee, guys, anything on those that should be pretty boilerplate, special education evaluations, and student searches and properties. Okay. I will take a motion to approve as second reading adoptions for those two policies. Motion by Ed, second by Jeremy. Any other discussion? None? All in favor? Carries. And we are at the end. Thank you. See, I know I have people behind me all the time. So, I think I got to everybody after the day after the meeting when we had decided to put it on the warrant, but then we couldn't put it on the warrant. So we need to make plans as we're going to fill that in. So the board will appoint till next vote, and then there will be a one-year seat on the next year, along with whatever these are probably up next year. We want to have people come to the board at our next meeting, or do we wait until after the board reorganizes? In April?
do you think, Jim?
It's a tough call.
Well, you're right on the spot.
Well, so here's the thing. Somebody do a write-in campaign and try to run for the 3-year seat and maybe not a 3-year seat and want to be on the board.
Mhm.
It's all that timing that I think we need to fill it.
Right.
Is do we fill it in March before the vote, or do we wait and fill it in April after the vote? And last time we had somebody resign, it was too late before the vote to do it. So it was, I think we appointed, weren't you the appoint? Was it in April?
Mhm.
Yes, right after we organized. So I'm fine either way. But just any thoughts?
My only thought is that if you appoint somebody, they're on the board during the vote, but at the same time, you're not getting very much of a feel for board. You're not gonna get much by being on it during the vote, because you haven't been leading up to it.
Yeah.
So we might as well let them.
Wait and
Right.
have people come see us in April?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Okay.
And then if there's somebody who writes in that really wants to do it, that
That
either
comes
gets
on.
elected or
Right.
however, then if they come in April, we can select someone based on
Based on that.
when we did it with Sarah's
Sarah.
position.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that is, so we'll wait until April. So we're asking and put it on the agenda for April's meeting for people to come out. After we do the non-public and the reorganization, we will have appointment of board member. Perfect.
The goal would be to appoint that.
To appoint
evening.
that evening, yes.
Right then,
So they better be prepared with pens, pencils, and ready to work.
because they'll be on after this line.
Correct.
I'll be right here.
Yep.
I'll
Did
be
I
there.
forget anything else, Heather, that I was adding? Thank you. Hey, that's why I keep. All right, so non-public. So we have negotiations and
I